Ni bodoh siapa ni.
Okay, hello, my name is Bartimius Anak Tinggi. So today I will present about the result, discussion, conclusion and safety for the experiment crank and slider, experiment D2. So for the result, as you can see, this is the table that we get from the dataset given by our lecturer. So as you can see, so for the result, they ask for plot the graph between x and red and graph, and this is the graph I have made. This is for the 50 and for the length is 140. So this is graph, and this is for the length 160. So they are a bit different between the graph because we changed the length, and this is the length for 180 for 50. So next we go to the 38. So this is for the graph for the length 140, and this is for the 160. This is for 180. Next we go to 25. This is length for 140, 160, and then 180. Okay, next we go. Okay, before that I will show you how I make the graph. So wait a minute. So this is how I make a graph. Okay. First we go to the insert and find chart and choose this one. And then we go to the select data and add. So I will make for the 15 mm and 140 for the length. So first we insert the name. The name is A. Go to 15 mm, and for the length is 140. So for the x axis, which is rad radian, so I will choose this. I will choose this row. Okay. For the y, 140. I'm sorry. They're a bit late. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay. And then we add the exist title. So this is X. Oh, so the for the exist is reading, and for the y exist is displacement. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this is how I made the graph. Okay, next we go to the discussion. Okay, for the discussion, question 1. Explain how a crank and slider system work. So the answer is the crank, which is the rotating disc, the slider, which is the slide inside the tube, and the connecting rod, which join the part together. As the slider moves to the right, the connecting rod pushes the wheel round for the first 180 degree of wheel rotation. When the slider begins to move back into the tubes, the connecting rod pulls the wheel round to complete the rotation. This is how crank and slider system work. So for the question 2, compare and discuss the result from the theoretical and experimental table. So the result from the theoretical are different with the experimental table. So this may be some error that occur when the reading is taken. Discuss a difference in reading between theoretical and experimental value. So number 3, give your comment or suggest at least 4 causes of error that may affect the result of the experiment. So the first error that I got is systematic error. Systematic error are due to identified cause and can, in principle, be eliminated. Errors of this type result in measure value that are consistently too high or consistently too low. Next is random error. So random error are positive and negative fluctuation that cause about one half of the measurement to be too high and one half to be too low. Sources of random error cannot always be identified. So next, number 3 is blunders. A final source of error, called a blunder, is an outright mistake. A person may record a wrong value, misread a scale, forget a digit when reading a scale or recording a measurement, or make a similar blunder. This blunder should stick out like sore thumb if we make multiple measurements or if one person check the work of another. Blunders should not be included in the analysis of data. So the last one is theoretical error. Due to simplification of the model, system, or approximation in the equation describing it, For example, if your theory say that the temperature of surrounding will not affect the reading taken when it is actually does, so then this factor will introduce a source of error. So the last question of discussion, list some of the practical application of a crank and slider mechanism. So number one is reciprocating engines / pumps. So the slider crank mechanism which converts straight line motion to rotary motion and vice versa. This principle is used in reciprocating engines pump. Next, combustion engine slider crank mechanism is used in piston cylinder assembly in combustion engine and convert reciprocating motion into circular motion and vice versa. Number 3, rotary engine. Fixing the crank in the slider crank mechanism, it can be used to form rotary engines. Rotary engines are used in car. So number 4, oscillating cylinder engine. Fixing the connecting rod in the slider crank mechanism, it can be used to form oscillating cylinder engine. And number 5, hand pump. Fixing the slider in the slider crank mechanism, it is used to form hand pump. So next we go to the conclusion. For the conclusion, the objective of this experiment are achieved. We able to study about planar kinematic motion and the effect of changing the connecting rod. So next, we are able to solve the calculation for this experiment and gain knowledge. Other than that, we are able to make a graph for the result of this experiment using Microsoft Excel and know how exactly the comparison of motion with different length of the connecting rod. Lastly, we are able to follow the safety precaution during the experiment in the laboratory. For the safety, and the last one, I have included 6 safety, which is the first one is wear safety goggle. This is to protect our eyes, and wear lab coat. Number 3, wear suitable shoe. Number 4, follow the instruction given by lecturer. Number 5, do not eat in the laboratory. And the last one is ask when in doubt. So this is all the result, discussion, conclusion, and safety that I want to present today. Thank you very much.